Naturals, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dima and I'm back with another interesting video. Please click on the subscription button if you're new, and also on the notification bell button that will notify you on our future uploads. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing super potent hair growth oil. This hair growth oil shouldn't be missed for anything. I don't even know why I'm sharing this. I'm not supposed to share this, but because you guys are my family members, you guys have been amazing, so I have to do it for you. So we are going to be using this pan because it has volume. It will contain a lot, so make sure whatever you're using to make this oil is free from moisture, because you don't want moisture to mess with all the ingredients or your oil. So I chose olive oil as my carrier oil. If your hair loves coconut oil, please use that as your carrier oil or grapeseed oil. For the proportion, I made use of 125 ml times 3. That is about 3 cups of olive oil. So I'm making this in large quantity. This is my favorite hair growth oil. I've been using this hair growth oil for a year and I've shared it with some of my subscribers and they loved it. They said it thickened their hair, so I want to share with you guys so that you guys can also make it. If you have all the ingredients available, please go ahead and make this oil and you'll be glad you did. This oil works wonders and I'm not even kidding. I added about 1 tablespoon of Jamaican black castor oil. Next, I also added 1 tablespoon of jojoba oil. Next, I added about 1 tablespoon of grapeseed oil. Next, I added about 1 tablespoon of hemp seed oil. All this oil used for this hair growth oil, they are power packed. They are also nourishing to the hair. So next, I stirred with my wooden spatula to combine all the oils. Then I will set this aside and move on to the next ingredients. I grabbed my glass bowl and then measured out my star anise. If you've been on this channel, I've been raving about star anise for the longest of time. So I'm going to be making use of star anise in its whole form, even though we are going to be pounding it into powder so that we can get all the benefits. I measured out about 2 tablespoons of the star anise. If you have the powder, that's even perfect. So next ingredient is cloves. You guys already know that over a year now I've been raving about cloves. I've also shared the benefits countless times on this channel. Just in case you're wondering or you want to know the benefits, kindly type benefits of cloves on the Google search bar and you will definitely see the benefits for your hair. For the proportion, I made use of 1 tablespoon of the cloves buds. If you have the powder, also feel free to use it. Next is green tea. You guys already know that green tea is amazing for hair. Green tea helps to reduce shedding and breakage in hair and also is great for your scalp. So we are going to be adding 1 tablespoon of green tea leaves, dried green tea leaves, into our bowl. Next, I'm going to be pounding all of this in my mortar using my pestle. So that's the result after pounding. I didn't want to stress you or take you through the process of pounding that, so you guys already know how to do that. So moving on, I just have about 1 tablespoon of moringa left in my can, so I emptied all of that. So we also added moringa to this. Moving on to the next ingredient, we are going to be using shebe. You guys already know that shebe is used by the women in Chad region. So we are going to be using that, and you guys already know the amazing benefits of this shebe. So we are going to be using 1 tablespoon of that. As you know, shebe helps with moisture, and that is what you need for your hair to thrive, moisture and protein balance. And as you know, women in Chad region, they use it to grow really long hair, as you guys already know. Now moving on to the next ingredient, we are making use of fenugreek powder, which I added in 1 tablespoon. Moving on, I'm going to be adding bamboo powder. Please, all these ingredients are great for hair growth. You guys can go ahead and do your research on these ingredients that I'm using for this oil. So just so you know, this oil is super rich. I also added bamboo powder in 1 tablespoon. Another amazing Ayurveda is Brahmi powder. Guys, if you have never tried Brahmi, please go ahead and give it a shot. So I added about 1 tablespoon of that. Moving on to the next amazing herb, I used quasil powder, which I used in 1 tablespoon. Moving on to the next ingredient, I use 4-tea powder, so which I also used in 1 tablespoon. So moving on to the last powder that I use for this ingredient, second to the last, I use neem powder, which I added in 2 tablespoons. And the last Ayurveda for this is henna, 2 tablespoons as well. Another important information that I'm going to be releasing in this video is where to get all these herbs that I'm using in this video. Authentic herbs, authentic Ayurveda is at www.herbsandcrops.com. Guys, they sell authentic herbs. If you're in the diaspora, that's where you should be buying your herbs. I'm not paid to do this. This is a secret. Some people here in Nigeria actually shop herbs from there and sell here. Basically, I shopped all these herbs here in Nigeria from those who shopped from them. So if you're abroad, head on there and shop. So I transfer all the herbs in the oil, stir to combine all the ingredients. Next, I set some water on fire and then brought to a boil. Then I placed it. So we'll be using DIY double boiler method to infuse this oil. And after that, other things follows. So to infuse this oil for 20 minutes, stand by it and stir continuously. Once it's 20 minutes mark, turn off your heat and then allow to cool down completely on the stove. After that, it's ready for sieving. So I will be sieving with a bowl, a sieve, and cheesecloth. So can you see all the herbs settling down? You can also use this to make a mask or mix in your deep conditioner. No need to waste that. Do not waste. Next ingredient that I'll be adding is biotin in 800 milligram. So I used about 4 tablets. So I crushed that with my plastic mortar and pestle. So I went ahead and crushed that and then transferred into the sieved out oil. Next, I added Optifen. Optifen is great preservative for oil. I added that in 1%. Moving on to the next ingredient, I also added vitamin E oil. This is also going to be serving as a hair growth treatment and also preservatives. I added just 1 capsule to that, which I cut open and then squeezed the content in the oil. Stir to combine all the ingredients. Next, I transferred into this big bottle. So I will be using my funnel to transfer that just so we don't make a mess. So after transferring, I added some herbs to it, some coriander seeds, and also I added fennel seeds to that, just to further fortify this oil. The more these herbs stay in this oil, the more potent it becomes. I also added fenugreek seeds into that. So before I use this oil, I'm going to infuse it for about 3 months. If you're making this oil, have it at the back of your mind that you should infuse it for 3 months if you want it to work. That brings me to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and I'll see you in my next one shortly. Bye.